think we're live. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining me, Vera.
Thanks for having me, Lindsay. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited to have Vera here for all of you fempreneurs who want to power start your marketing, because she's going to help you. We're going to do it together, but she's really going to help you more than just I would by myself. Obviously, that's why we decided to become business partners, because we're better together. But we're going to power start your marketing for 2026 in this video. And how we're going to do that is, first of all, we're going to clarify why you're on social media as a business owner. We're going to really get super crystal clear on that mantra that you can maybe come back to in those moments when you're like, oh, I don't know what to post, or, oh, I don't think my hair looks good enough. We're going to create a mantra together in this video where you're going to say why you're on social media, and you're going to say it out loud in those moments when you feel stuck and frozen. So, and if you don't have a mantra, that's perfect, because we're going to help you build one. Do you want to talk a little bit about that, Vera? Like, how do you're so consistent with social media. I would say since I met you, I've been so proud of how consistent you are on social media. Like, how do you just keep showing up consistently day after day? And LinkedIn, you're a rock star on LinkedIn.
Well, I mean, a couple of things. First of all, you know me, I believe in consistency and having a routine and a schedule and a habit that you create for yourself, because that's the only way, really. Like, we can't just post once and think that the world's going to come to us and the sales will happen. Like, we obviously have to do it on a consistent basis. And so for me, just knowing that and like having a regular schedule of when I do things is really helpful. But the other thing that I talk a lot about, and you just mentioned, like, why are we on social media? It's because our story needs to be heard. Like, someone needs to hear what you have to say. We're all experts and authority in something in our life. We all have something that we can inspire our clients with and our customers with. And so it becomes less about you, like less about me, and more about someone who needs to hear my story. So that's what I always think about when I feel a little bit, I mean, even after doing this for over 3 years, like posting consistently and doing videos, there's still days where I'm like, I don't know, this, like, I don't look good today, or I don't feel like doing it, or I feel a little bit low energy, or I have a headache, or no one's listening to this thing anyways. And it's like, no, someone needs to hear what I have to say today. I really believe that. And so that becomes my mantra, is someone needs to hear my story, and I'm here to help people.
Yeah. And I think trust too, like trusting that story that you feel like you should share is on your heart for a reason, and getting out of your own way to just share the stuff you feel called to share. So we've been talking a lot about getting out there and talking to your customers and your clients. I think that that's the key to creating a mantra, is knowing in your mind who you're talking to. So Vera and I have both created 5-day power start guides for you. They're completely free. They're on our YouTube channels. Mine focuses a lot more on building an email list and kind of getting your social media traffic to your website to join your email list, because as many of you watching this know, my Instagram account went poof. And I've had to really be grateful for all those years of growing my email list. But also it's really, it's again, it's kind of that trusting. I'm trusting that the reason that happened is because I'm supposed to go out in videos like this and share with all of you fempreneurs the importance of building an email list and not just using Instagram as your sole way to communicate with your people. So I kind of got off track there for a minute, but so I want to help you build a social media purpose statement, and I want Vera to help with that. And then if you guys are watching this video and you're thinking, oh my God, this is so helpful, Vera and Lindsay are amazing, and I want more of them in my life, you can go do our 5-day completely free power start guides. Vera's focus is a lot more on mindset and kind of getting you into the mind space of why do I even have a business, and getting really like falling back in love with the reason why you have a business. Do you want to talk a little bit about your 5-day power start, Vera?
Yeah, it's really more about getting into that mindset of embracing and embodying your CEO energy. For some reason, I've talked to a lot of fempreneurs lately, and they're like, I don't know, like, yeah, I have a business, but I don't really want to call myself a business owner, or I don't really know that I don't have enough credentials, or I don't know. And I'm like, no, you are an authority. You're an expert in what it is that you do. Somebody needs to hear your story. And you, like you said, Lindsay, your business has been put on your heart for a reason. I truly, truly believe that. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. You would just be doing a corporate job or doing something else if that wasn't the case. So tap into that. I'm going to show you how to tap into that, how to clear out the external noise that's maybe dragging you down or holding you back. And yeah, I'm just really excited about sharing some power moves that you can take every day to really help you get clear on your purpose, your why, and embrace that CEO energy that you deserve to embrace.
Yeah, and my 5-day power start guide will not help you if you haven't got a very clear vision of who your niche is. So again, if you're not sure, and even this exercise that we're doing, creating your social media mantra, is hard for you, then you definitely want to check out Vera's 5-day power start. We also have a really exciting event in Calgary happening January 16th. So check that out. Our website links are here below our faces. And we also have an online community that we run year round. And if you want to get a dose like this every week, then check that out. It's called the Online Fempreneur Success Collective. So let's jump back into creating your social media mantra. So first of all, my social media purpose statement, because I know exactly who I'm talking to, is I'm driving my niche people to my website. I'm driving fempreneurs over to my website. You literally all just watched me do it, right? I literally just said, go to my website, grab this or grab this. These are two things that I know you need at least one of, right? I also said you can go and do a completely free thing. So those are the things that I want to see fempreneurs doing more on social media. Like Vera said, embracing your CEO energy, not being shy or meek or mild or apologetic about the powerhouse woman you were created to be. So you're on social media purely to drive traffic to your website. And if you have any other reason that involves going viral or getting likes or making sure your ass looks good in a bikini, then I think you should just stop. I honestly think you should just stop posting on social media because you're wasting time. That popularity contest mindset doesn't translate very well into a profitable business mindset. So get really clear on why you're on social media. And I would ask Vera what her purpose for social media is, but I already know it's the same as mine. That's why we're business partners. But what I do want to ask you about, Vera, is when it comes to what to post and the styles of posts that you're doing, how do you decide like whether you're doing a video or a still image, or whether you're doing like some B-roll over some images, or like how do you decide the sort of content style to use?
That's a good question, Lindsay. I mean, I learned a lot about that from you because I think we need variety, right? It can't just be the same thing over and over again. We can't just post static images every single day. It gets a little bit boring on our Instagram feed or on our LinkedIn feed. So definitely having some different styles. And I think also just doing a little bit of everything just to figure out what actually translates well for your particular client. Something I'm noticing, and I know you do as well, especially now, is a lot more video. So people want to see some interaction. They want to see some movement. They want to get a sense of who it is that you are. And really the only way you can do that is through video. So I've definitely upped how much video I'm doing, but I also like to have some static images that people can look at a bit more and spend a bit more time on it, right? So maybe have a little bit more information, maybe have a bit of a carousel kind of situation where there's like snippets of information that you're scrolling through, that you're seeing different bits of information on whatever it is that you're talking about. And then I think having also some behind the scenes action photos that you really have pushed me into doing over the last 2 years. People want to know like what it is that you like to do, what a little bit about you from a personal perspective. You don't have to bear your whole entire life, but definitely showing some things that you like to do in your spare time, or a little bit about what it is that you value, or how you spend your time with your dog, or what you do kind of when you're not working. And so having a little bit of B-roll around that is really fun too. And I definitely like to see that as well. So I think just having a bit of variety for people is really, it makes things more interesting, I think.
Yeah. And what I used to do, I used to post a lot longer videos, and I used to try to mix a little bit of everything. I'm going to talk in a minute about the 4 types of posts, but I used to try to mix a little of everything into every video. I used to kind of try to have like some fun little blooper thing, and then a serious moment, and then a teaching point, and then a shout out. And then I was like, whoa, people are busy. Like they're getting maybe 10% of the way through the video, and then they've got to go to the bathroom or the phone rang or whatever, right? So I realized that sprinkling those 4 types of posts, but individually with shorter form content, is best. And every once in a while, I actually have one sitting in my gallery right now that I made yesterday. I have like a 2.5 to 3 minute long rant where I've got to tell them these things, and I trust my gut that was placed on my heart for a reason, and somebody needs to hear it. I post those every once in a while. those are my kind of inform, educate style posts where I'm like walking with the dogs, always walking with some dogs. And I talk about what's on my heart and things that I feel like fempreneurs need to hear. But I do those long rant style posts less and less on Instagram. I'm doing more of that on YouTube because that is a better platform for it. And getting my Instagram account shut down really, reinstated that fact in my brain. So let's talk about, so of course, the reason why, and this goes back to Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People, the reason why people are on social media is usually to solve their problems. They like social media as a place to get like a pick-me-up or learn a new trick or find their next coach, or they're literally human beings' entire existence. And this goes back to like caveman era, is just to stay alive and stay like, okay. So our brains are wired to try to find solutions to our problems. So if you're on social media and you're not solving problems for your ideal clients, and I'm talking to only business owners in this video, of course, then you're going to feel very confused and scattered on social media all the time. So remember that your ideal clients just want to solve their problems, and you have a business for that exact reason, because you have a problem that you can solve for those niche people. So talk about the problem that you solve. Talk about those breakthrough moments that you've helped people through. And again, if you want help with this completely for free, 5-day Power Start Guide is on my YouTube channel. And if you want help from Vera, she's got one as well. So the one problem that you solve for your niche, Vera, what is yours? What's your one main problem that you solve for your niche women?
Well, I think the one main problem, Lindsay, that I solve is helping women not feel alone in their business. So because that's the number one thing that I experienced when I started my business, I felt really isolated. And, you talk about back in the caveman days. Well, back in the day, we were living in community all the time. And in our society now, I mean, what happens is we drive into our garage, we close the garage doors, we go into our house, we're all sitting on a screen of some sort. We do feel really isolated, and we are not meant to be alone in our life. We're definitely not meant to be alone in our business. And so for me, I'm super passionate about community and bringing women together with other kick-ass fempreneurs to build and grow their businesses in community together. What about you?
Yes, and you do an amazing job.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I would say that is I always have a hard time with this one. I feel like I have two and I kind of go back and forth. Now that I partnered with you, I kind of feel more clear on being able to sort of say like, that's like Vera's thing. It's my thing too, but like, I really want to help women do the stuff that I'm talking about in this video. I want to help them get out of their own way so that they can make money in their business using social media as a tool to drive traffic to their website. I want women to be able to sit at home in their jammies on their phone or sit by the beach sipping a Corona with no other people or clients around and use their phone to make money. And I think you need both. You need a team. You need women who get it. You need that community vibe, or this is going to definitely suck, because we do tend to, and I've learned like being surrounded by dogs doesn't count, even though I think it's great. It doesn't count. Like, they're not very helpful. They take a lot of naps. They want to eat all the time. They're not helpful in your business. Like, I do have to get out of the pajama pants that I'm wearing right now, and I have to go into events and stuff. So that's a little glimpse into who Vera and I are. If you're watching this video and you're like, I don't even know these ladies. That's a little bit about who we are and what we do.
Well, but I also want to just interject there. Like, we can build community online, which we are. And this is part of our online Fempreneur Success Collective. So you can be sitting on a beach, or you can be on a ski hill, or you can be at home in your, well, I'm wearing my Lululemons today. So you could be at home, but you can still have a community around you. And I think that's still really important, because otherwise you're kind of just banging your head against the wall going, is this even a good idea? What's going on? Like, what's happening? Is anyone even listening to my message? So you definitely can build a community. I'm a big believer in person, but obviously community can happen anywhere. And let's use the power of technology for good, right?
Yeah, and absolutely. You don't need to get out of your sweats and go anywhere to get that vibe of like, oh, I'm supported. Oh, they get it. Oh, someone saw my post and said, this was great. I love this, and try this next time. And like, yeah, we all need that in our businesses. And to your point, that is why I started the YYC Fempreneurs community in 2019. And that's what brought you and I together. And here we are, like, powerhouse badass team together now. So the power of like, just bravely stepping out and creating the business you feel called to build is going to it's going to impact your life in so many ways that you can't even wrap your head around. So anyways, using social media as a way to grow your business is obviously been my secret sauce. We did have a couple women more than a couple in our last employee entrepreneur program that were brand new, because that's what the program is for. It's for launching businesses. If you haven't checked that out and that's who you are, then go check it out. We'd love to help you get your business out of your head and out into the world. So they didn't have websites. So we were like scrambling and simultaneously, doing social media content and then building them a website. And we were actually using the website build as content. It was like, hey, tell the world that your website's coming out in the next week or two. You don't have to give a firm like launch date. You can if you want to. Use that as a really exciting way to grow your followers and to start engaging with people that will become clients. So the 4 types of posts are just for fun. Promo me. So the website build is happening is a promo me example, right? That's where you promote yourself. Promote someone else is the 3rd type. So we promote other businesses, and I used to do that all the time with breweries, because there's so many local breweries around, and I'd always tag them in my posts. And then I'd buy like all the local craft beer, and I go camping and I take pictures of it by the river and stuff. I got tons of followers that way, by the way. So that's a promote them type of post. And then the last one is the one that I tend to shy away from unless I really focus on it. And it's the inform and educate type of post, because I like to have fun and I like to tag other businesses and I like to like promote things that are happening, that are coming up. But I don't always like to just like teach. Like I kind of forget that, because I do so much of that in my client work. So I kind of forget that I should do some of that teaching on Instagram and YouTube and stuff. So that's why having this video today has been really great, because I need to do more of this. And I always have to kind of have that reason to do it, or I forget. I'm like, let's just make videos of me having fun and tag all my Fempreneur friends. So those are the 4 types of posts, just for fun: promote me, promote them, inform, and educate. Do you have one that you lean into more, like naturally, Vera?
Oh, you know me, Lindsay. I love to teach and inform and educate. So that's my go-to one. It's always on my heart, right? To share part of my story and to share some of my experiences and to really inspire and motivate other solopreneurs. So I love that piece of it. And so that's the one that I tend to go to, is the inform and educate. And for me, this year I want to have a bit more fun. So watch a little bit more for those funner videos, I guess, or more fun posts.
Yeah. And for those of you who haven't seen the blooper reel at the end of our website welcome video, there's an example of Vera having more fun on social media.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
So we talked a little bit about visual creation styles already, but I want to circle back, because that's kind of where my brain always goes. And I'm like, hey, I know what I want to post about. Do I want to do it in a fun way? Do I want to tag another business owner? Do I want to be serious? Do I want to talk to the camera? Or do I want to put a little bit of text over an image? And of course, I'm trying to create shorter form video. I'm actually trying to stay to under 10 seconds with like a punchy, I'm not doing a very good job of it lately. I was on a roll for a while, but like, I want to put like the point that I'm trying to get across out there really quickly, because I know people are busy, right? So for you, I guess we don't really need to have a conversation about this, but I would say decide whether you're going to do a video where you're talking to the camera, which is honestly the fastest thing to do. And that's probably why I've done that so much over the years, is because that's the fastest thing to do. And like, you don't even edit it, you throw it up. Like at the end of the video, it shows your hand coming over and like fumbling with the phone, and you just don't even edit it. You just throw that video up, which I love those. And I do those most still. But what I'm trying to do is get to the point faster and pull the main thing I want to say out. And then I record what I call a behind the scenes or a hidden camera video. So like the camera's over there and I'm on my laptop, but I don't look at the camera, but I just get like a 10-second little hyper lapse video. And then sometimes I shorten it down to 6 or 7 seconds and I put something across it, like, what's your social media mantra? Or something like that, a question that gets fempreneurs thinking, right? So those are the 2 types of things that I hope you do more of in 2026, fempreneurs who are watching this, because that's just going to make your life so much easier. If you kind of decide, am I talking to the camera or am I doing a little, I think that they call that like B-roll, where they like layer things over things, but whatever. So yeah, I talked about my Instagram getting shut down. Now I want to talk a bit more about the website, because again, social media is not about growing followers or going viral. It's about getting them to your website. When they get to your website and they've maybe experienced this wonderful human that is you, who's been so fun and who's been teaching them things. And then they're finally like, yeah, I think I want to know like what is on this chick's website. Like I want to maybe hire her or go to her thing that she was talking about on social media. If they get to your website and then there's that like screeching record player sound where they're like, and then the birds are chirping, like, you know, I wish I could put that audio in this part of the video. Like they're like, what? Like they can't find anything that you've been talking about. The website doesn't reflect anything that they saw on social media. Like, no, ladies, we're not letting that happen. We're making sure that, and there's this thing called above the fold, like from the newspaper days. And like, before you even open up that newspaper, the top part that you can see, what's there before they scroll? Do they see a picture of you? That's huge. It's got to be a professional headshot of you at the top, or a little welcome video like the one Vera and I just put up on our website. They need to feel that continuation of like, okay, I saw this on social. Oh yeah, this is the same person. They're saying the same things. Oh, look, I can click on the thing she was talking about on her social media. So if you're someone that has no idea about how to build your own website or how to edit your own website, you need to jump into Momentum. That's our 6-month mastermind program that Vera and I run. We're going to help you do all of that in there. Being able to change your own website is huge because it can be very expensive to be paying a web designer to make those little changes and to match the website to what you're saying on social media. Because let's face it, if you're doing a good job of your marketing, there's always going to be some fresh new thing. Like, what do we have on our websites now? We have January 16th. We have Employed Entrepreneur School. We have Momentum. Like, we are always in our websites, right, Vera, making changes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
and can you imagine if we literally had to call someone else to do that for us all the time?
No, I can't imagine doing that.
I would. We would be.
Well, plus it's also good for SEO/AIO, right? The new thing about AI, right? So people that are Googling or chat GPTing about, you know, who's the best business coach in Calgary, or what's the best community to belong to for women solopreneurs, you need to be updating your website on a really regular basis. So, and we always have things going on. And I know that we always encourage our clients to have something that they are promoting, whether it's a workshop or maybe it's a workbook or a free guide or a survey or anything, so that you always have fresh content on there that you can be updating and refreshing, so that you're out there, you're current, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that's really all I wanted to talk about. I want to make sure that fempreneurs have this Power Start experience for their 2026, where they're clear about why they're on social media, what they're doing there, what their website needs to have. Again, if you don't have a free gift, if you don't have some sort of lead magnet to grow your email list, oh my God, your Instagram account could disappear. And then what would you do? Don't let that happen, ladies. I show you in my 5-day Power Start how to use MailChimp completely for free to set that whole system up that I'm talking about. So go and grab it. It's on my website. Vera's is on her website. Well, it will be by the time they're seeing this. And yeah, it's all there for you, ladies. We just want to help. So grab the free 5-day Power Starts. Come to our event January 16th. Join one of our programs. The Online Fempreneur Success Collective is probably the best starting point. You can level up from there. Yeah, we would love to hang out with you.
Thanks, Lindsay.
Okay, bye, everybody.
Bye.
My mouse isn't working. Oh, there we go. I don't know how to stop the video. Just kidding. That happened.